Okay, so firstly preheat your oven to 200 or gas 6 and then line a muffin tin with 6 large paper cases. Next we're going to weigh our flour, so we need 150 grams in total. We're going to use self-raising white flour, but you could use wholemeal if you wanted. A pinch of table salt, and this is to add balance of flavour to the muffins, to counteract the sweetness. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, and this will give the muffins a really good rise in the oven. Now we've got to reset the scale to 0 here before we start to weigh the margarine. Now we're using block margarine specifically because it has a better melting point for this recipe. Because it has a higher melting point, it means it was less likely to melt when we're doing the rubbing in. So we've moved our bowl off the scale and we're rubbing in just using our fingertips and our thumb tips. And we're rubbing the margarine into the flour to give it a waterproof coating, and that will stop gluten from forming, meaning that we've got a nice light airy. So next, using the large side of a box grater, we're going to grate the apple. We are actually grating the skin, and this will increase the fibre and the vitamins within the recipe. So we're keeping our fingers safe, away from the blades on the grater and holding the handle. Okay, so we're going to add the apple to the flour and margarine mixture, plus a teaspoon of ground cinnamon powder, before we mix it all together using a metal tablespoon so it's thoroughly combined. Okay, so the next ingredient is going to add sweetness, 75 grams of demerara sugar, and it's being added to the other dry ingredients. Mixing them all together. Next, to the liquid ingredients, we need to measure 110 millilitres of milk. Make sure you get down to eye level to check. And then we're also going to crack 1 egg into the milk. We're going to beat the mixture together using a fork so that it's thoroughly combined. Next, adding all of the liquid ingredients into the dry, we're going to mix them briefly. Now we don't want any dry bits, but we want the mixture to be lumpy. Dividing the mixture equally between our 6 paper cases using a tablespoon. The cases are going to be very full, but it will be the exact amount necessary to fill 6 cases. For a bit of added crunch, we're going to sprinkle the top of each muffin with some demerara sugar before baking in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at gas 6 or 200 degrees. The muffins are done when they're well risen, golden brown and firm to the touch. Cool in the tray and then finish on a cooling rack.